Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are picking back up on this AERO-LITE aluminum block petrol lighter. The piston spring back here was weak, so I took the lighter apart for that purpose. While I was in the process, I remembered that the flint spring was clunky, so I decided to mess with that a little bit. By the way, as you can see, I didn't have much problem getting the pin out, and hopefully don't have much getting it back in. But when it came to the flint spring, this is what it looked like when I got it out. And in order to get that out of there, I ended up having to take the roller off. So we're just going to go ahead and pick back up from there as we are reassembling this lighter. I just used a simple punch to drive the pin out, and I'm also going to have to cut and fashion a spring to replace the one that got all gnarled up here. So go ahead and get our roller back in place with its screw. Should go back in there with a little effort. Keep our wick out of the way there. There's our flint wheel back in place. Now, in order to get this to the proper length, I'm going to cut it a little bit longer than I think I'll need, and then cut it down from there. Let's see how difficult it would be if we put a flint in it now with the spring the length it is. And if we can even get it started that way. That's definitely too tight because we can't even get it down to thread, and it's already bottomed out on us. So I'm gonna cut, I don't know, probably half of what's sticking out of here off of there, and hope that's not too much. Flint spring screw. Be careful because stuff goes flying around here. You very well could lose it. So you got your flint spring screw. Looks like that will start easy enough, and hopefully I didn't cut off too much to where you can't get enough tension on it. Okay, I think that's going to work just fine. That is our makeshift flint spring, which appears as an improvement. Now we are going to put the piston spring back here for the snuffer, what provides the tension for the snuffer cap. I did just stretch that just ever so, just to make sure we had enough tension there, and I think we do. But I'm also going to put some silicone along here. It appears to be kind of binding up, so I'm going to drop a little bit of silicone before I set that down in there, and hopefully keep it lubricated without collecting dust. Once again, I'm not trying to do something that's going to create gather a bunch of dust or anything here. I just want to make sure that that piston spring is sliding freely down through there. We'll get our snuffer back in place. If you enjoy watching these kind of repair videos, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you also like the video that you're watching. So you can see how we've got that in place right there. And now we're going to endeavor to slide our pin back into place. But just as I had to go off camera to get it out, I don't have the ability to get that camera on my vise in there right now. So this part of the job I'm going to have to perform off camera, and I'll be back in a moment. Make sure also that you tell your friends about the channel. Hit the share button, send that link off in a text, email, post it on social media, however it is that you communicate with folks nowadays. So I just pressed that back in there with the vise, and it went back in really without too much of an effort, and it certainly appears to be exhibiting better tension on that spring than it was. Got the roller back operating as far as the spark, so we'll go ahead and fuel this thing up and see what it looks like now. Remember also, you can leave any comments or questions below the video. We would also appreciate it if you would follow and like us across all the social media platforms. That'll be Dependable Flame or DependableFlame.com on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and of course eBay. Make sure that you like us on eBay, follow us so that you get the notifications when those new listings go up. Got that a little over full, so I'll shake it out. Make sure also here on the YouTube channel that you hit the bell so that you're notified each time we publish a new video. Feel it throwing petrol around every time it still lights up, still lit up okay. So I think that'll be alright. Maybe we can do a real video on this lighter now. Until next time.